My name is Jill Ryan. I create a safe space, a trusting, compassionate, non-judgmental space where a person can dive inward. I'm not doing any of the healing, you're doing all the healing. I provide my tools as a way of guidance. I will have music playing, I may use some touch therapy, tuning forks, and it's very intuitive work, so whatever I feel called to do for that person in that session, that's what I'm going to do. Integration is equally as important, so we will usually schedule an integration chat to kind of talk about everything that came up and what that means as far as bringing it into your present day life. Another tool is body work. I use the word body work and not massage because I may or may not work on your whole entire body, again, very intuitively, just creating that space really for your soul to guide me in the session. Another one of my tools is actual plant medicine. I generally don't use this type of medicine until I feel I've hit a wall of resistance with breath work. My training includes psilocybin, ketamine, and MDMA. And I also work with DMT and LSD, depending on the human that I'm working with. Every single soul that I work with, it's an individual journey with that soul. And so I don't have a program of what I do as far as my work is. It's really all about listening to that person and intuitively trying to pick what is best for them and what I think is gonna work best. I live in Guanacaste, Nosara, Costa Rica. I do want to acknowledge that it's the land of the Chorotegas, and I am very grateful to be able to work here and to live here. I do encourage people that want to do deeper work, trauma work, really work on some things to come to me in Costa Rica and get out of society and out of the life that they're used to, and in a space where they can really just be with themselves and dive in. I do breath work virtually. People are always a little skeptical. They're like, yeah, but you're not there, it's not gonna be the same. And at the same time, after a virtual breathwork session, they are mind blown with how much it was the same. Our souls don't see times or places. As long as I am clear and present and mindful and I say I drop in. I really drop into that time with whoever and whatever I'm working on. The same thing as talk therapy. We can do integration sessions. Usually I'm doing them over Zoom, but open to whatever platform or however the person wants to go about that. All of my tools, it's very interesting because all of them just came to me very organically. I've been doing body work for 23 years. I opened my own practice when I was very young, when I was 24, and I had that for 6 years before I sold it when I moved here to Costa Rica. And I was like, this can really help people. I also had noticed over the years that something else was going on the table when I was doing body work. Eventually I started calling it a soul dance. That's what I would tell people, I feel like our souls danced. And it wasn't until many years later that I realized this is this soul channeling. This is, really just me being that vessel. So that's when I did my breathwork facilitator training. I also continued with Stan Grof's legacy training. Stan Grof created holotropic breathwork. Oftentimes humans feel like they're too old, their story's too heavy, they have, I have too much shit. It's not real. You can totally 180 your whole entire life if you want to. And it doesn't take very long at all before you get little breadcrumbs of realizing how it's working and what's going on, and which allows you to trust more and empower yourself more. And so once you connect back with inside, with your heart, with your soul, you can change any part of your life that you want to.